Making her overtime debut is Kaylee Emery. How are you doing, Kaylee?
I'm great, Nick. All right, starting off with the first question for tonight. Which local team had the most impressive high school basketball season? And your time starts now. All right, speaking of basketball, who's had a better first season as NAU's basketball coach? The women's coach, Sue Darling, or the men's coach, Jack Murphy? The last question, it's that time of year again, so who will be the key player for the Diamondbacks this season?
Joining me at the desk as this week's student co-host is Kaylee Emery. How are you doing, Kaylee?
I'm great. It's really good to be on the desk with you, Nick.
All right, I'm excited. You ready?
Oh, I definitely am.
Okay. Well, doing the duties this week for the coin tosses, as usual, we're going to start things off with the coin toss, and Kyle Benedict is our ref. How you doing, Kyle?
Not too bad, guys. Excited for another great show.
All right.
All right. Well, you know, I was out watching some baseball, some prep baseball and softball this weekend as well, and I'm going to have to go with Flag High's Kyle Wilson. You know, he's been really good for the Eagles, batting an 8 for 20 with an average of 400. Not to even mention, he has 4 RBIs, 2 triples, and 1 homer. You know, as a pitcher, I would say that he does really well, not only on the plate, but on the pitcher's mound as well, striking out just over 13 batters without letting them get any doubles, triples, or home runs. I mean, with the help from his team, he's really, you know, he's a key player.
All right, the baseball players have it. What do you got next, Kyle?
And, you know, I got to agree with you, Nick, on the quarterbacks. I would have to say that they should either draft a defensive end or an offensive tackle. Out of those two positions, they should draft someone like Alabama's offensive lineman, Barrett Jones. The Cardinals could really use someone like Jones because he's a tough player that could play any spot inside. I think that if he can really stay healthy, like not getting any serious injuries, he'll be a quality starter for some pretty good potential.
All right, I'll let you field this one, Kaylee. What do you think about the Suns?
Oh, all right, well, you know, I'm going to have to give the Suns a D-. Besides the fact that they deserve a fail if it was a pass-fail class, they were not really looking so hot out there on the paint this season. You know, they did have some bright spots from their playing from Gordon Dragic and Marshawn Gortat, but they were not where they should have been. I think that they need to do what they need to do to improve their playing for next season, since, you know, they can't pick up Brittany Griner. They need to be smart with their draft pick and not give it away like they have in the past. Well, you know, I think that, you know, I know Miami's been playing really well, and usually I would think that they're just way rated, but I'm going to have to say that it's going to come down to Miami and the red-hot Denver Nuggets.
Oh, Nuggets and Heat. All right.
We're going to take things back a little bit. Can you tell us what really got you started playing golf in the first place?
I actually started playing softball when I was younger, and I had a pretty good swing in the air, so my dad's like, let's just try it on the ground. And I used some of his old clubs hitting apples from our tree into the pond in my backyard. So it all started from there.
All right, so then who would you really consider to be your biggest influence?
Probably my family. They've been with me through all my struggles golfing and all my successes. And my sister also golfs, so she's a really big part of why I'm still golfing.
So when you were growing up playing golf, was there anyone that you actually really looked up to?
Not really looked up to. It was more just having that constant support role of my family that kept me going.
All right, so back in high school, you really had some success. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I just tried to have fun in high school, and I had an awesome team my freshman year, and that set me up for 4 great years going in, and I loved my high school coach, Miss Northcutt. She was awesome. So just having more support in high school really helped, and all the teachers there were really behind their student athletes, so that made it possible to just go out and enjoy golf and not have to worry about school.
All right, so then out of all of the colleges out there, why did you choose NAU?
NAU has amazing practice facilities. We play, the courses we play in Flagstaff are top 50 in Arizona, and people come from all over the country to play them, so practice facilities were a big factor. And I knew about half the team coming in, so that was good, so I didn't have to meet a bunch of new people. And Coach Bedorf is awesome.
All right, so then how did Coach actually help you transition from high school to playing on the collegiate level?
I feel like he helped just from another supporting role. He is really understanding and is willing to work with us through a bunch of different situations, whether it's academic-wise, if we're struggling, or golf. He's always there for us.
All right, well, thank you so much, and back to you, Nick. The Eagles are currently 7-6, moving on from their win last week against Mingus. Keeping things on the diamond, the NAU club baseball team will travel to sunny San Diego, California this weekend for a doubleheader against the University of San Diego. Their first game will be at 10 a.m., followed by another at 1 o'clock this Saturday. Staying on the collegiate level, the NAU women's tennis team will hit the court here in Flagstaff for a doubleheader as well. They will go up against Portland State at 9 a.m. and again later at 2 p.m. against Valparaiso this Sunday.
Busy weekend, it sounds like, for local athletes, local sports. Go check out some of that if you can this weekend. Well, join us at the desk, Kyle Benedict, our overtime ref. What do you think, man?
You know, it was a tough one. You both it was throughout each question. I was like, oh, Nick, maybe Kaylee, but I think ultimately I'm going to have to go with Nick on this one. I mean, the Suns, an F for me. I mean, bottom of the Western Conference, their second worst season in franchise history, I think, you know.
Well, you know, I was being nice to them. You know, I was trying to be nice.
I know, hometown.
Not much nice you can say about the Suns this year. They're pretty bad. Hopefully they can turn around, and hopefully the Cardinals can turn it around as well. I'm really looking forward to the NFL draft. You watch the NFL draft on TV?
Yeah, of course. The first couple rounds I'll watch, but you know, we'll see. Just bad season last year, but they got a couple quarterbacks now, so we'll see if they can make a move in the draft.
All right, well, that's coming up. Stick around, or we'll see you in a week, actually. We're wrapping things up. Have a great weekend. See you in 1 week. Good night. Brooke also making her debut along with Kaylee. What'd you think, Kaylee?
All right, well, you know what? I think both you guys made really good points, and I think what really sealed the deal there, which makes Kyle my choice, is I think it was because of between Coach Sue Darling and Jack Murphy. I mean, again, both of them are really good coaches, but I think that's the one that really made me go on his side.
I should have known, going up against the sports pope.
I gave her some money last night to, you know, give me the.
It slipped me at 20, you know.
No paying off our question and answer people. That's not fair. All right, well, of course, a lot of interesting stuff going on this weekend, so stick around next week. We'll do it at the same time. This is Overtime. Have a great weekend, everybody, and go check out some sports.